Okay, so let's look at the app that I designed. It's called Due, as in a due date. I also thought that it was a bit clever because DO is, to do something. So, kind of the combination of those two words is a large part of why this app is important for students. So, let's go into the mobile app. So I have a nice loading screen there with the student's name and the current semester. Um, so the first thing that shows up is what is due today, and you have a list of assignments, and then you also have what is due this week, and this would be, you could scroll down for as many assignments as you might have that week. And so the main pages of the app, this being the main one, and you have down here at the bottom courses, and that simply has a list of your courses, and it's all color coded. And so you may have noticed on the home screen, each assignment has a color right over here on the left, and that coordinates with the class. And it also has the course name in that colored box. So you have your courses here, and the current overall grade for that course is shown. Um, and I felt that was important because it's something that everyone would want to know. And then the last main page is the announcements page, and that has announcements from any course, and they're all just listed here, and you could scroll down. And on all of these screens, you have a menu, and it has options for the overall due and not for any particular course, and you could set your notifications, for example. I didn't, however, design that. So let's click on this assignment, and that'll take us right to the page for that class and that day and week assignments, and you would be able to scroll down. And so it has the name of the assignment and when it's due, and then a button to submit. So let's go into this one. And so a window will pop up, and you have the option to upload a file, write any comments, and then submit. And it's as easy as that. And so this would be the main page of one particular course, in this case, English 201, Writing and Reasoning. And that has its own menu. And so you can go back home here, or you can go to the grades for this class, assignments due, and so on. So let's look at the grades. So this is the grade overall, all your grades for this particular course. Gives you your overall letter grade and a percentage. Tells you how many assignments total for the semester in that course you've completed, and you'd be able to see for each module or basically each week. And so we can click here to go back to that main page, and that would be what a course would look like. And you can go back home. And so really the app was designed to be able to see what assignments you need to complete, and not necessarily which assignments, not necessarily the course content is accessible on the phone. It would be accessible under course materials here. I didn't design it, however. And so the main purpose would be for seeing which assignments you need to do for that class. Let's go over to the desktop version. This would be the home screen on the desktop. You have your today, and so all the assignments that you need to do today listed here, very similar to the mobile app with the color coordination. And you can also expand it to see this week's assignments, and so they all appear here. And I didn't figure out how to do it on InVision, but ideally I would like this box with all your courses listed, that it would be stuck to this position on the page, so as you scroll down and looked at the different assignments, it would still be sitting right here on the screen, right where my mouse would be. And that way you could always have access to your courses. And so let's go into a course. And so it says nothing to do today, but you could expand it and see what's due this week. And this would be basically a side menu that would always stay here, and you can see there's a scroll bar, and so you'd be able to scroll down and see all the modules. It has the grades page, similar to the mobile app, where you can see your overall grade and the progress, and then the grades for each individual assignment. Under course again, and this menu stays no matter where you go in the course, just to help with navigation. And so the hierarchy of information, try to keep it similar within each course and no matter where you go in the app. And so you have these headers in the colored bar, and of course blue being this course's color, and that stays consistent throughout the course. You see here the current module and then assignments completed for that module, and you'd be able to go in and see, actually I have on a different course what that would look like. So let's see right here, and you have your content here for this current module, and then for that module all the submissions. And so there's a variety. You can have a quiz here or an assignment here or reading here, and so you can access different content here and then submit any files that you need for that assignment. And so here's a menu with some options, pretty basic. And so basically, again, the idea was the most important thing being able to see which assignments are due that day and which are upcoming, and as well as announcements, because I feel like, especially in an online course, announcements are one of the most important ways that a teacher is able to connect with their students. I always appreciate your announcements, Brother Flukiger, and I love the humor that you bring to them. It's a nice touch. So that is due. Yes.